All right, so now that we have pretty much everything set up here, let's go and let's add in some of the items here. So let's add in, well, let's start with the labels this time. So we'll add in a function. We'll call this spawn LBL main, and we're going to go and we're going to spawn this here. So we're going to go to LBL main is equal to SK label node, and we'll add in the font name. This will be Futura. You can use your own font. I like Futura, it's my favorite font. We're going to go to LBL main dot font color is equal to off-white color. We're going to go to LBL main dot font size is equal to 70. We're going to go to LBL main dot position is equal to CG point, and we require an X and Y value. That X and Y value is going to be a CG rect get mid X. We're going to go to self.frame. That will put it in the middle across on the X axis. And we're going to do CG rect get mid Y. And we're going to go to self.frame as well. Okay, and we're going to add in an offset here. We're going to say plus 270, so that will put it up to the top. We're going to go to LBL main dot text is equal to, and what we can do actually is let's add in a var. We'll call this starting text is equal to, we'll say collect left overs. Okay, so one thing you can do is you can add in a variable that will, we'll add this in here. So we'll say starting text, and that way you can go and reference that text whenever you want. Okay, and what we'll also do is go to self.addChild, and we'll go to LBL main. Okay, very simple stuff. Add in another function here. We'll call this spawn LBL score, and LBL score will do the exact same thing. It will say LBL score this time is equal to SK label node, and we will add in Futura. Okay, and what we'll also do is we'll go to LBL score dot, and then in this case we'll say font color is equal to, and then we'll say off white color. We're going to go to LBL score dot font size is equal to, we'll say 40 as well. Make it smaller, and then we're going to say LBL score dot position is equal to CG point, and we'll give this CG point, that is, and we'll give it an X and Y. We'll say CG rect get mid X self.frame, so that will put it in the middle. We'll center it, and we'll also say CG rect get mid Y self.frame. In this case, we're going to subtract it. We'll subtract something like 350, and that will move it towards the bottom. We need to go to LBL score dot text is equal to, and we'll just print the score variable. Just like that. Nothing too complicated here. So we got the score variable, and we're going to go to self.addChild, and we're going to go to LBL score. All right, there we go. Looking good. Now we need to spawn a whole bunch of game objects here. Let's start with the leader, and we'll say spawn leader. Really good. And we'll say leader is equal to SK sprite node, and we'll give it a color and a size. We'll give it the off-white color, and the size will be leader size. That way we can change it here. Now let's go to leader.size is equal to leader size. Okay, and then what we're also going to do is we're going to go to leader.position is equal to CG point, and then we're going to say CG rect get mid X self.frame, and then CG rect get mid Y self.frame. So we're going to put that right in the middle. All right, Now it comes time to add in physics bodies. So you have to type them out. Leader dot physics body is equal to sk physics body. And we're going to go to rectangle of size, and it's going to be here. It's going to be leader dot size, and then we're going to add an exclamation point here. Okay, so we're going to say leader dot physics body is dot affected by gravity is equal to false. Pretty self-explanatory what that does. Then we're going to go to leader dot physics body dot category bit mask is equal to physics category dot leader, and we're going to go to leader dot physics body dot contact test bit mask is equal to physics category dot, and then we're going to say player. Okay, we're going to say leader dot allows rotation dot physics body dot allows rotation is equal to false. We don't want it to add that in here. We're going to go to leader dot physics body dot dynamic is equal to true. And then we're going to go to leader dot name is equal to leader name. Perfect. Okay, and then we're going to go to self dot add child, and we're going to say that this is the leader. Okay, so there we go. We've now spawned our leader here. Now we need to spawn the collectibles. So let's add in a function. We'll call this spawn collectible. And within this spawn collectible, we're going to say collectible is equal to sk sprite node. And we're going to say color is off white color. All right, there we go. And then we're going to say collectible size. Then we're going to go to collectible dot size is equal to collectible size. That way, if we add in our own art, it will make that work here. So what we're going to do is we're going to say collectible dot position dot x is equal to leader dot position dot x. So what this is going to do is the leader is going to drop these collectibles. Okay. Now what we can do is, just for a little bit of a productivity hack, you can just copy and paste it here. So that was pretty quick, very, very simple. You can pause it just to make sure you catch up if you want. But there you go. We now have our collectibles X and Y. And then we're also going to go to collectible dot Z position is equal to -1. So this puts it in the back. All right. So go to collectible dot physics body is equal to sk physics body, and we're going to go to rectangle of size, and we'll say that this is collectible dot size. All right, and then here we go. We're going to say collectible dot affected by gravity, or dot physics body dot affected by gravity is equal to false. Collectible dot category bitmask, or dot physics body dot category bitmask is equal to physics category dot collectible. Then we're going to go to collectible dot physics body dot contact test bitmask is equal to physics category dot player. Then we're also going to say collectible dot physics body dot allows rotation is equal to false. And then we're going to go to collectible dot physics body dot dynamic is equal to true. Then what are we going to do? We're going to say collectible dot name is equal to collectible name. And lastly, we're going to go to self.addChild, and we're going to go to collectible. All right, so we're getting there. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to end this tutorial here, just because I want to break this up into two tutorials here. All right, see you in the next tutorial.